is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Shelly Moore with me, and I've got Ann Moore with me. 1 O, 2 O's, right?
You got it.
Okay, we are here to talk about, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm learning here as well too. We're going to talk about fetal alcohol spectrum disorder.
Yep.
Okay, now I've talked to you many times and your husband many times. People know Rob, and you've got a big event coming up too, so we're going to talk about that next week with him.
Yes.
But today we're going to talk a little bit about an overall of what it is. You just went to Seattle recently too, didn't you, Ann?
Yes.
Yeah, did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been in an airplane before?
Yes.
Oh, so that wasn't new to you?
No.
No. Let's talk about, why did you go to Seattle?
We went to Seattle because there was an FASD conference for adults and adolescents living with FASD, and we felt it would be a good opportunity for some of our youth and young adults to get to meet other people living with FASD. There was about 500 people there, and of that 100 were actually living with FASD. So to expose some of our youth and young adults to other individuals walking the same journey and finding commonality in the disability, but also helping them gain the confidence that the disability doesn't have to define them.
Absolutely.
Was really important to us.
Can you tell everybody what FASD is?
Yeah, so fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, and it's the disability is because of prenatal alcohol exposure, and it doesn't matter how much you drink, like no amount is safe because it goes directly to the fetus's brain development and nervous system, and so the way I like to explain it to people is when alcohol accesses a piece of the brain, it's almost like a burnt hole, right? Like that piece of brain isn't working anymore. So the sooner we can have interventions and proper service support programs and things like that, we can rewire the brain a little bit. But we live with disabilities as a result, anything from sensory to developmental delays to behavioral challenges, self-regulation, those types of things, and it's all directly related to being exposed to alcohol before they were born.
Okay. Now, Ann, you want to make a TikTok channel because you want people to learn about FASD because you have FASD. Can you talk a little bit about that? What's it feel like? What's it feel like to you to have FASD?
Feels like I'm different than everyone else, and like people don't understand because I act different, and then they're like, "Oh, why do you act different?" And I have to tell them why. And I just want them to know why.
And you want people to know why. And you're going to do a TikTok channel about that. Excellent. Good for you. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of. And now you're going to be 18 in how many days?
8.
In 8 days. That's exciting. And you're going off to college. And I understand before we were talking, you have to tell your college about FASD so they know about it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Where are you going to go?
St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence?
Kingston, yeah.
And what are you going to take?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know yet? But you're going to tell them about FASD so they know about it. Okay. So you went to Seattle. And what did you do in Seattle at the conference? What was your favorite part? Tell me what the favorite part about being in Seattle was.
Probably like doing like touristy stuff.
Yeah? Never been there before?
No.
That's an interesting place. Wow. Did you go to any of the conferences? Are they like classes sort of thing? Is that how they're set up?
Yeah.
Did you go to any of those?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you meet anybody there?
A few.
You made some friends?
A little.
That's
yeah.
important too, eh? That's important too. And again, when you started the little group here in Smith Falls, you and your family, you were 6 people at your kitchen table.
That's right.
And how big is your group now?
We have well over 250 families.
Wow.
Through our Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group, and we also meet once a month at Calvary Bible Church. And it can range from anywhere from 10 to 20 caregivers at a time. And we're very unique in that we actually provide childcare so that our parents don't have to worry about what to do with children. They can bring them, and we have programming for them. And sometimes it's Nerf wars, right? Sometimes it's baking. Sometimes it's just chillaxing. It depends what the kids are into at the time and what they need. But we have an early childhood educator who comes and joins our group every month to make sure that the kiddos are taken care of while we're doing our stuff upstairs.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So do you go to those meetings too?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you like
She's
baking
actually
or
one
the
of our
sports?
mentors. So
Oh, are you? So you're one of the ones that help the younger ones? Is
Yeah.
that what you do?
Yeah.
So what sort of things do you like doing?
Like Shelly said, like the Nerf guns and
Oh, yeah.
baking and just hanging out with people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how long are the meetings about? An hour or two sort of thing? Or?
well, they're supposed to be about 2 hours. They tend to go 3.
All the more in reason you know how these are important too.
Yeah, well,
you know?
we feel like we belong, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's part of why we went to the conferences, is to try and give our kids the confidence to feel like they have a right and to fit in to our society, and that people need to start learning about their disabilities so that they can participate more in the world.
Absolutely. Well, you always fit in here, Ann. You're always welcome here at FYI, and I hope you don't feel different here, because I think you're amazing. I think you're amazing. So you went to Seattle, and you the last time was pre-COVID. You went to where?
Yeah.
You went somewhere in Toronto one time.
Yeah, we've been
Wasn't
to
it a-
Queen Parks a few
Queen's Park,
times.
yes.
Yeah, and I went to Vancouver 5 years ago in
Mhm.
2019, and I was so impressed with, there's a group of people living with FASD called the FASD Changemakers,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just so impacted by how they were taking ownership for their walk in life, and wanting to have that direct voice of nothing about us without us, and it's what
Love
encouraged us. Yeah, and it encouraged us to create what we've started to create with our youth and young adults, and it's what motivated us. So we had wanted to actually go in 2020, and then COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the first opportunity we've had to do this conference since COVID. So I was really happy that 6 of us went, and there was some really fun times. There was a really disgusting time too. Do you want to tell her about what was so disgusting?
The gum wall.
The
There's
gum wall.
Yeah.
Gum wall.
It's
It's like
a
a
wall of gum.
Big gum wall that
That is
people made.
disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. We all had a hard time getting around, but it's a tourist destination, the gum wall.
You can leave your gum on the wall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. But yeah, we got to do the Space Needle. 3 of our 6 people had never flown before. So that was quite the experience. And what did we, because we weren't sure how people would do in the air and doing all the transfer to the U.S. Customs, what did we end up taking to get down to Seattle?
A limo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in one before? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
And it
pretty
was one of
cool.
those party limos with the strobing lights and loud music and
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You just drive by that gum wall.
yeah, exactly. So
Now, the support you get from the community has been amazing, and
Yeah.
I'm going to use the polar plunge as an example.
yeah.
That was so successful and so amazing, so amazing. And you've got another event coming up too, so if we can mention that real quick.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
that
we
is
have Red Shoes Run
Yes.
coming up. Red Shoes.
Oh, wow.
So Red Shoes is R.J. Formanak, who's an adult living with FASD up in northern part of Ontario. One day walked out on stage with red shoes and said, "I'm here to be seen," right? Because it's an invisible disability.
Right.
Only 10% of individuals with FASD actually have facial features that define FASD.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us all have invisible
Mhm.
disabilities, right? So, but we're all about family, right? We're very connected. We want to create a sense of belonging. And so we're putting on this Red Shoes Family Fun Day in Montague Township on May 11th to celebrate Mother's Day. We're going to have some crafts there. We're going to have the firefighters there and
Face painting.
face
There's
painting.
going to be a petting zoo. All sorts
yeah,
of
all
different
kinds of
like that.
things, and it's free for people to participate in.
Mhm.
There will be donation boxes and things like that around for people to support us if they desire. But this is our way of saying, we want to be part of your family and part of this community, and here we are.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
You got to promise me you're going to come back and tell us more about FASD in the future, okay?
Yeah.
Let us know how your TikTok channel's going and how college is going. All right?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I thank you very much for coming here today. I've got I've got Shelly Moore, M-O-O-R, one O,
Yeah.
and I've got Ann Moore, 2 O's with me today.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us and telling us more and
Thanks, Karen.
educating
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.